Did, I just wondered from your experience in the past 2 decades, how the distribution of surety bonds changed or evolved over time?
Yeah, so the industry's changed quite a bit. Let's talk about um, on the distribution side. Although we provide um, bonds directly to clients, it's how we get those clients in that's really changed. Now, the thing that stayed the same is referrals, right? So we love referrals. That has always been the core. We just layer on top those other pieces. We layer on top Google Ads, again, very pointed, and then SEO now, kind of AIO or whatever you want to call it, so that we can get our word out there. We also work with a lot of different other agents that, PNC agents that provide regular type of insurance. Because we do surety bonds only, we don't steal their clients, so they're happy to refer people to us. So we consider those another word of mouth type of referral. We do see it changing a little bit, and so we really see it changing on how you get clients, how do you market clients, how do you work with the different insurance agencies. From a actual processing standpoint, this is where we're starting to see the biggest change. Forever it's been the old two guys in a spreadsheet model. Well, now we're starting to see some different tools that are coming in to make things a little bit more efficient. Surety's still way behind the curve, so don't think that we're going to be there anytime soon. But at least we're starting to implement some things to make it easier to move through those different steps in order to get those bonds to be issued and things to be underwritten.
What's the challenge with underwriting? Why is it so slow?
So many of the people that were originally in Surety learned the old models. And so in Surety, only over the last, I'm going to say 5 years, have we started to get a new set of younger people in the business. Otherwise, it's a bunch of, literally I would be considered young in the surety bond industry. It's old white guys. And that's the way I describe it to everybody. Well, that's starting to change a little bit, but they learned the old school of, hey, I need to go out and actually physically meet the client. I need to do all these different things. I have to have all these different things in the file, and, it has to be written this exact way. That was developed basically back in the 1980s. And so what we're trying to do is move away from that, because the largest claims that we've seen over the last 10 years are clients out there that somebody has actually physically gone and met. They say all the right things, but their financials don't look good. But it's because, there's a personal relationship. Well, that doesn't mean anything. So we're trying to move away. When we talk to clients, hey, how can you be strong? How can you bid things correctly? How can you, improve your financial profile and your bottom line so that they don't get into trouble in the first place, or we mitigate trouble very quickly. But underwriters are still stuck back in this initial type of underwriting that was developed, 40 years ago, and are just now starting to say, hey, some of those things don't really matter, and other things really do matter. And so it's hard to turn this ship around.